Avatar: The Last Airbender. This week I want to announce something very special that I'm doing. I am taking a break from reviewing Avatar: The Last Airbender to review Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yes, the Netflix live action series is dropping next month. So when that show drops, what is it, February 22nd, right? Let me look at my calendar right here behind this camera. I'm sorry, this is unprofessional. Yes, 22nd, the week after, I will no longer be reviewing Avatar: The Last Airbender until I'm done reviewing that show. I am not excited for that show. I think it looks horrible. And I actually was hoping to be done reviewing this show before that show comes out. But that show came out earlier than I expected. So here we are. So when that show comes out, I'm going to review all 8 episodes individually. And then as soon as I'm done with that show, I'll jump back into this show. That's my plan. I really love Avatar. And I love talking about this show. So it's going to be hard not to watch episodes in favor of that bullshit. Because I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not excited for that shit. But I also want to review it for you guys because loving this show so much, it would feel weird if I didn't watch that show. This episode is a solid episode. This episode is about Aang and them trying to get to Ba Sing Se, but they realize they can't just take the normal route, and they gotta help this family who's about to give birth. Excuse me. They're about to give birth, and so Aang can't get them through the normal route that's a lot safer. He has to get them to Ba Sing Se by taking the Serpent's Pass. And this episode was very emotional in a lot of ways. It's about, basically the theme of the episode is about characters dealing with stuff that they're not wanting to address. You got Sokka, who has not been wanting to deal with his feelings about losing Yue at the Northern Water Tribe, or whatever. Is Northern or Southern? I forget. Whatever. But, he's not been wanting to deal with that, and then he has to come to grips with that and, learn to move forward. Aang has to learn to not compress his emotions so he can move forward and better look for Appa in a much happier state, and that's beautifully echoed in that moment where he sees the newborn baby and cries. Though I find it funny that the baby, they named it Hope. They're like, I want it to mean something. I'm like, so you picked the most generic name for a baby? And anyone who's I have a daughter and I want their name to mean something, like, I'm going to call him Hope. Anybody, that's so generic. It's kind of funny. It's a sweet moment, but that was funny to me. And then the subplot of this episode is about Zuko and Iroh. They're on a boat of refugees going to Ba Sing Se, and they meet up with Jet, who happens to be there, and they're helping Jet steal food for the other passengers, and he becomes friends with them, not realizing that he is Fire Nation, because if we know Jet, if he knew it was Fire Nation, fuck that guy as soon as that happens. So it's a good episode. It had a lot of great moments in it. It was a very strong episode. And yeah, it's one that's very necessary in all these characters' journey, even though on premise you wouldn't think it would be.